Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I will explain you how the price of gold has moved in the last 2 days and how the price of gold can move in the next 2 days. See, if you look at the chart of gold, what we have seen, gold has formed a pattern, U pattern. Okay, and this pattern is from 2020 to 2022. Okay, and if you look at this particular U pattern, what we have seen, a swing is forming at this particular zone. That is where it's had move upside. Okay, after that there is a sharp fall. If you look at this particular chart, 2069 is a high what we have seen, which is a level which is already being tested twice. So chances will be very high that if the price comes close to this particular zone, keep this in mind, we can see it will move upside and can break this particular zone and can make a new high. After that there is a continuous downfall. Okay, and this downfall was in ascending order but in a volatile range. Okay, after making a half around 1613, you also have to keep this again in mind, that if the price comes close to this particular level, there will be chances of sharp fall, because this level we have seen it is already being tested 2-3 times. So chances can be high if the price comes close to this level, we can see it can move further low. Okay, and if you look at this particular chart now, after making this particular level at a support, we have seen it is continuously moving upside. Okay, now it is moving in a ascending order, but it is also quite volatile, so chances will be very high. This is now it is moving in this particular zone, so chances are, I suppose, if this level sustain, we can see it can move towards a level of around $1928, and from there we can see it can cross a level of 1934. This 1934 is a weak resistance, so chances are high we can see it can move further upside and can touch a level of around $1941. Suppose if the price sustain above 1941, then we can see it can cross a level of around 1945, which is a weak resistance. So you have to keep that in mind. Once it goes above a level of 1945, then we can see it can go towards a level of around $1965, because at this level we have not seen since April of 2022. So chances will be high if this level sustain, we can see it can go towards a level of around 1952 to a level of around 1960, and then from there we can see a level of $1965. Okay, and once it sustains of that level, then we can see it can go further upside. Okay, now if you look at this particular chart, what we have seen, it has moved in a ascending order, but this is quite volatile. As you can see, green candle as well as red candles are forming. Okay, one important thing that you have to understand, you cannot completely rely on news and anything, because they can be manipulated, but the data, mostly what we have seen on the chart, cannot be manipulated. Okay, so this is most of the this is where we can see that if something's come out of news or something, like, you will see in the screen, okay, on the data. Okay, so you have to mostly rely on data, otherwise always trail your SL, and your suppose if there is so much volatility, always try to reduce your quantity to half and keep your target and SL double. Okay, so now suppose if the price didn't sustain this particular level, this is what I teach in my workshop. So suppose if the price didn't sustain this particular level, because we have seen that it has moved in an ascending order, but it is quite volatile. Suppose if the price didn't sustain, then we can see it can touch a level of around $19. Suppose if that level goes further down, then we can see it can touch a level of around $1916, and from there we can see it can move further low towards a level of around 1905. Okay, suppose if the price fall below that particular zone, then we can see it can touch a level of around 1895. This after 1905 we can see a level of $1895, and from there we can see it can go further low towards a level of around 1882. Keep this in mind. Once it fall below a level of 1900, chances are very high it can touch a level of around 1895 to a level of 1885, and from there we can see a level of 1880. Okay, and then it will be a zone breakout, so chances are high we can see it can move further low. Okay, now understand something, that if you are trading, you have to be careful, because most of the people lose money in trading. Okay, so what I teach in my workshop, suppose if you are trading with $10,000, try to trade with 10 to 15% of capital per trade. This is one of the things that I teach. Okay, that is 1000 to 1500. A risk of 0.5 to 1%, that is $5200. Okay, now suppose if you took 5 trades, maximum loss you can take is 100 per trade, that is 500. Okay, suppose if you lose all 5 trades, maximum loss can be $500. Okay, now what is the benefit? It will not affect your psychology. Okay, you can focus more on profit the next day, but what people do is they lose so much money in the first day itself when they try to recover it, and in that process they lose their full capital. Okay, if you want to attend that workshop, you can mail me regarding that and we can work out on the timing. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please give a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe.